Hi, I'm Scott Ciccone, Head of Services Marketing here at Palo Alto Networks. I'll be your host today. Thank you for joining us. Cybersecurity continues to rise in priority as the frequency of data breaches accelerates. With the reality of a modern threat landscape, the expectations for support and technical services from technology vendors are escalating. And these growing expectations are creating a need for more innovative approaches to the technologies, tools, and methodologies to provide a more streamlined and proactive services model. So today we'd like to explore the need for innovation in services. And we also have some really exciting news that we'd like to share with you. But first, I'd like to introduce my two guests. So here with us today we have Brett Eldridge, and Brett is the Senior Vice President of Global Services at Palo Alto Networks. Brett, thanks very much for being here today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
And also we have Matthew Staubel, and Matthew is the Vice President of Worldwide Services and Support at Palo Alto Networks. Matthew, thanks for you as well for being here.
Thanks, Scott. Good to be here.
Appreciate it. So, Brett, I know Palo Alto Networks is in the news quite a bit, but it's usually because we've discovered some type of security breach or vulnerability. But in this case, the news is much more positive than that. Can you shed a little bit of light on that for us?
Yeah, sure, you bet. Over the past 18 months, Palo Alto Networks has been recognized by both TSIA, the Technology Services Industry Association, and J.D. Power for providing exceptional customer support and services. There's really been three things that have happened. The first is TSIA awarded us in 2014 with what's called a Star Award for our innovation in customer support. Secondly, TSIA rated us outstanding for our worldwide assisted customer support organization and our ability to provide those services to our customers. And then finally, North America Assisted Support has been awarded an award by J.D. Power for its outstanding customer service.
Excellent. I think that's fantastic. So a couple of certifications and also an award from TSIA. I think that really speaks volumes to the effort that Palo Alto Networks is placing on the customer experience. So that's fantastic. Can you shed a little bit more light on the significance of that to our customers? What does that mean to our customers?
Yeah, of course. It's really important that when you build a company and you grow as fast as we do, that you continue to invest and innovate in customer support and services to make sure that your customers are successful. And that's what Matthew and I and the team have always really focused on. And getting these awards is really an external proof point of what we've been doing and the success we've had. So, starting from the top, the Innovation Award from TSIA really points to the fact that we do think about how to deliver support differently, and we do innovate in that area. And I think a lot of companies, they obviously, as you said, think about innovation in products, but they don't necessarily think about it in how you deliver a great experience to your customers. And so that's a really good point that proves that. Secondly, in terms of the award from TSIA for rated outstanding for our worldwide assisted customer technical support, it's a really extensive process. They spent about 5 weeks in 4 or 5 different of our support centers really auditing all the different processes we have, auditing the training programs we had for our people, auditing our escalation processes, and they really compared that to other worldwide leading organizations and rated us outstanding. And again, it's a way that customers know factually that we do have a really solid infrastructure for supporting our customers. Right. And then third, the award from J.D. Power for our North America Assisted Technical Support. That's really important. What happens in that case is that J.D. Power sends out surveys on behalf of us to our customers whenever they go through a support case. And then they take all those surveys and they analyze them, and they make sure that our customer support and service as rated by our customers is outstanding. And so, I think the combination of those three really points to the fact that we take this really seriously, we invest in it heavily, we innovate, and that's great for our customers.
Absolutely. It's really exciting to see that. Congratulations to you and the entire team, on that's an impressive accomplishment. And it's great to see Palo Alto Networks, I think, setting the standard, not just for our products, but also in support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fabulous. Yeah. So let me ask Matthew. Matthew, why is it important for us to work with organizations like TSIA and J.D. Power?
That's a great question, Scott. For a long time, as Brett said, we've invested very heavily in our tools, our technology, our people. We've really, we recognized from the beginning that customers were going to be investing their security on Palo Alto Networks, and we needed to make sure we had the right service offerings and the capabilities to give customers the confidence to join Palo Alto Networks and to put their security in our hands. And so we've been doing those things that Brett talked about and making those types of investments. And we believed that we had really reached a point where we were delivering world-class customer support, that we had the processes to deliver the results, and we were achieving those at a world-class level. The important thing, though, is not so much for our confidence, but it's about our customers having confidence. Our business is growing very quickly. We're adding thousands of new customers at an enterprise level on a quarterly basis. And at that scale, these customers need to know that they can really trust in the service and in the support that we're delivering. And so organizations like the TSIA and J.D. Powers are well-known leading indicators in the industry that customers know that they can trust. So when the validation comes from them, so for the TSIA, they benchmarked us against 50 industry-leading companies, best practices. That's how we got certified. And for the J.D. Powers, as Brett said, it's about our customers rating us. So those are actual customer experiences. And so again, the answer to the question is it's about what our customers can look to and have confidence in.
Right. Yeah, I love what you said about trust. I think that's really one of the critical points here. The other thing I want to talk to you about is around some of the innovation that I know Brett mentioned earlier. So can you give us some examples of what is it that we're doing around innovation that's strengthening our support and the services for the customers?
Sure, great question. It's really about our customers, the results that we produce for our customers. And I think that our innovations are best looked at from the frame of reference of the outcomes that it creates for our customers versus the specific tools that we may have implemented. And so just a few of those examples. When a customer calls Palo Alto Networks support, they get to a live engineer in less than 2 minutes. When they talk to that engineer is not a tier 1, it's a tier 2. We don't have tier 1 here. So tier 2 means that the engineer is actually going to reproduce the customer's issue. And if that engineer can't reproduce the customer's issue, rather than escalate to yet another engineer and have to start the conversation over again, the engineer will often bring those additional subject matter experts onto the call with the customer. And we've gotten responses from surveys, customers telling us we couldn't believe it, but the engineer had 3 or 4 different people on the speakerphone with different expertise to quickly reproduce and resolve the customer's issues. So there's a number of things like that. Our self-service resolution rates, 1 out of 4 customers that come to our website with a question or a problem find their answer without having to open a support case. That's because of the investments that we've made in online service content. So those are just a few examples of the customer outcomes that are a result of the innovations that we're investing in.
Okay, I think those are all fantastic examples, and it's really interesting to hear so many initiatives that are focused on I think a customer-focused culture here at Palo Alto Networks. So I want to thank both you, Brett and Matthew, for joining us today. I think you've provided some fantastic insight, and I think it's clear that Palo Alto Networks takes great pride in delivering an exceptional customer service experience. So thank you for joining us today. And if you'd like to hear more about how Palo Alto Networks is leveraging innovation to improve your customer experience, please visit us at paloaltonetworks.com/support.